This is not Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. This is Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Let's talk about the differences. I've seen a lot of comments saying that this isn't Luke's lightsaber, this is Anakin's lightsaber. Now, while narratively this is the same lightsaber as Anakin's, the props are completely different, and that's why in the saber community we refer to this one as Luke's lightsaber in A New Hope and not Anakin's lightsaber. The original prop for Luke's lightsaber in A New Hope was made using a Graflex camera flash. But funny enough, the props for this lightsaber change a ton throughout all of the Star Wars movies. This one here is the A New Hope variant. It's got a bubble strip from a Texas Instruments calculator, and it features the Graflex branding from the camera flash. In The Empire Strikes Back, that Graflex logo was covered with a piece of chrome tape. It features different black grips that feature a rivet on each one, and also a custom-made PCB card instead of a bubble strip in the clamp. Now, when it came to making this lightsaber for the prequel trilogy, instead of using vintage camera pieces, all of the lightsabers were machined and made from scratch by the props department. This gave George Lucas a lot of creative liberties when creating the look for Anakin's lightsaber. Now, obviously, it needed to look like the same lightsaber for Obi-Wan to give it to Luke later in A New Hope, but there are some pretty massive differences when it comes to the lightsaber wielded by Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. It has really similar features to a Graflex. You'll notice that it's thinner, features this textured metal around the grip, a CoverTech wheel for attaching the lightsaber to the belt instead of a D-ring like what was used in the original trilogy, a completely custom gold PCB card that was in the grip portion, this added gold feature on the side of the grip instead of a clamp lever like on the original camera flash, like a custom bronze button instead of a glass eye, a bronze button on the back as well, and then this bunny ears portion is rigged in place rather than being a loose component like on the original camera flashes. The differences in these props continue to happen going into the sequel trilogy as well. In The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, the props team did choose to use vintage Graflex camera flash handles like the original trilogy. There are some aesthetic changes, like instead of covering the Graflex logo with some chrome tape like in The Empire Strikes Back, they just machined a custom part that didn't have the logo. All of this info comes from a really incredible, really helpful fan-made guide over at wanawanga.com. It's a really detailed guide that covers the lineage and history of almost every lightsaber prop in all of the mainline Star Wars movies. So, funny enough, this whole debate over whose lightsaber it is, whether it's Luke's or Anakin's or Rey's, it really comes down to which version of the prop you're referring to. Now, obviously, narratively, these are all the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. I'm enough of a Star Wars fan that I know that. But it's also fun and helpful to be able to learn some of the differences between the props, so when you're talking about these props in the saber community, you know which ones people are referring to. This is way too much info about lightsabers, but it's things I enjoyed learning, so I figured I'd share it with you.